Yo, the streets are talking, and this situation with Tamar Braxton just went from messy to medical emergency real quick. We got cheating allegations, STI accusations flying left and right, and now Tamar's reportedly dealing with some serious health news that has her completely shook. This whole thing started with some petty shade and somehow ended up with everybody's business on Front Street, medical records included. And let me tell you, the way this all unfolded is absolutely insane. So, check this. Remember last week when Spunky Diva came through with those receipts about Manice Harris stepping out on Yandy Smith? Well, turns out that was just the tip of the iceberg. The man didn't just admit to cheating, he went and accused Tamar Braxton of giving him an STI. Like, sir, you already blew up your whole relationship and now you're trying to take everybody down with you? The audacity is off the charts. And the worst part? He said this after already admitting he was wrong for the affair in the first place. Let me break down how we even got here because this timeline is absolutely wild. It all started when Tamar threw some shade at Spunky Diva a few weeks back. She probably thought it was just going to be a quick little moment, post and delete type situation. But she clearly didn't know who she was messing with. Spunky Diva keeps receipts like he's running the IRS. Screenshots, timestamps, location tags, the man had everything ready to go. He even had pictures from multiple locations where he spotted them together. When Spunky decided to expose the situation, he didn't just hint at things. He came with evidence that Manice and Tamar were spotted together multiple times. He mentioned seeing them at specific locations, had pictures to back it up, and basically put their whole situation on blast. He said, and I quote, "I usually just mind my business, but tonight you really tried it." That's when you know somebody pushed him too far. He also said, "I have always mind a business that paid me," which tells you he normally stays out of drama unless there's a good reason. The specific incidents Spunky mentioned are crucial to understanding this timeline. He talked about seeing them out together, mentioning a girl named Angie who's married at MTK and how he saw them at a few other places too. He literally said, "I got pictures too." So this wasn't just hearsay or rumors. This was documented evidence of them being together multiple times. The crazy part is how Manice handled getting caught. Instead of doing damage control like a normal person would, he apparently decided to make things worse. According to what's going around, he not only confirmed the affair happened, but said, "She and I had a thing. It was stupid, but it happened, and I feel bad." Okay, that could have been the end of it, right? Take your L and move on. But no, this man allegedly went further and started making accusations about STIs. The timing of this accusation is suspicious too. Only after he got exposed did he suddenly have medical concerns to share. Now Yandy Smith is absolutely not having it. Sources close to the situation say she's been going off nonstop, and honestly, who can blame her? Your partner steps out with Tamar Braxton and then tries to flip the script by making medical accusations? The disrespect is astronomical. Yandy's been calling him out publicly, letting everybody know exactly what kind of person he is. According to people who know her, she's ready to go toe-to-toe with the entire internet over the situation. Meanwhile, Tamar tried to do damage control by calling into the Morning Hustle radio show. She went on there acting like she barely knew Manice, telling them, "I barely even know him, and we're not like we're cool, but he's not like my homie, you know what I mean? It's not like that." She even tried to play it off like he just got cast in a film, and that's their only connection. But the streets have receipts that tell a completely different story. People saw them together at multiple spots, and now everybody's side-eyeing her denial. What makes this even messier is that anonymous sources started sending receipts in real time as this was all going down. There's this girl from North Carolina who had DMs from Manice, and when she sent them in, it showed him being thirsty in multiple conversations. The messages were wild, him saying, "I can't even front no more," and "I do want you, absolutely." When she asked, "So you don't want me?" he responded with, "I do, absolutely." The man was out here moving reckless with multiple people while in a whole relationship with Yandy. The girl who sent the receipt said Manice blocked her the same day everything came out. She had screenshots of the block, the DMs, voice notes, everything. She specifically said, "He knows who she is because he blocked her today." It's like he was trying to clean up his digital footprint, but it was already too late. The internet doesn't forget, especially when you're moving this sloppy. She even had the exact conversation where she said, "You can have me," and all his responses after that. Now here's where things take a serious turn. Word is that after all these accusations started flying, Tamar went and got tested. And allegedly, heavy on the allegedly, she got some results that have her completely devastated. Sources are saying she broke down when she got the news, though nobody's confirming exactly what those results were. The timing of everything has people speculating like crazy. Some people are saying this explains why she was so quick to deny everything on the radio show. Let's talk about that Saturday night incident that really blew everything up. According to sources, they went to dinner at this spot called The Roof, had a whole meal, were living it up. Then someone said, "Let's turn up for your birthday," and they ended up at V12. This wasn't some quick, discreet meetup. They were out in public, multiple locations, acting like they didn't have whole relationships to worry about. This whole situation is a masterclass in how not to handle getting caught up. You got Manice out here admitting to affairs and making wild accusations. You got Yandy rightfully going off about the betrayal. You got Tamar trying to deny everything while dealing with her own situation. And you got Spunky Diva sitting back watching the chaos he unleashed by simply telling the truth about what he saw. The thing that gets me is how preventable all of this was. If people just kept their business tight, none of this would be public right now. But when you're moving reckless, leaving trails everywhere, eventually somebody's going to connect the dots. And when that somebody is Spunky Diva, who's known for keeping receipts, game over. He literally said Manice created so much commotion tonight that somebody could have gotten hurt. Let's not forget how Spunky Diva set this whole thing up. He started by saying, "And for the most part, I have always minded a business that paid me." That's him letting everybody know he doesn't usually get involved in drama unless there's a reason. But then he followed up with how he's seen them out multiple times and kept quiet until they pushed him too far. What's really sad about this whole situation is that there are real people dealing with real consequences here. Beyond the tea and the drama, you got relationships destroyed, reputations damaged, and now potentially serious health concerns. This ain't just entertainment. These are people's actual lives falling apart in real time. Marriages might be ending, careers could be affected, and health issues are now part of the conversation. The response from fans has been all over the place. Some people are Team Yandy, saying she deserves better and needs to leave Manice immediately. Others are calling out Tamar for allegedly being involved with a married man. And then you got people saying everybody in this situation needs to log off and handle their business privately. The comment sections are absolutely brutal right now. But let's be real. Once Spunky Diva opened that vault, there was no putting this back in the bottle. The man said he usually minds his business when it pays him, but somebody pushed him too far. And when you push the wrong person who has all the receipts, this is what happens. He even warned them, saying, "How you going to want to be a cheater and be scared that your husband going to find out?" The timeline of events is crucial here. This wasn't some long-term secret affair that carefully got exposed. This allegedly went down recently, and the way it all came out was chaotic. Saturday night, they were spotted at dinner. Then at V12, living it up for somebody's birthday. Then boom, everything's exposed and everybody's scrambling. The speed at which this went from secret to public knowledge is mind-blowing. Social media has been going crazy with this story. The memes are endless, the commentary is brutal, and everybody's got an opinion. Some of the comments are funny, but a lot of them are just straight disrespectful to everyone involved. People forget there are real humans behind these headlines. Twitter especially has been having a field day with this whole mess. What's interesting is how different people's stories are about what really went down. Tamar says she barely knows Manice, even said, "He just got casted in a film, and here we are." Manice allegedly admitted they had a thing. Spunky Diva says he saw them together multiple times. Somebody's lying, and at this point, the receipts seem to tell their own story. The evidence is stacking up, and it's not looking good for anybody trying to deny what happened. The fallout from this is going to be long-lasting. You can't just drop bombs like STI accusations and expect things to go back to normal. Relationships are ruined, friendships are probably done, and everybody's reputation took a hit. This is the kind of mess that follows you for years. Every Google search of their names is going to bring this up. Looking at how this all started with some petty shade from Tamar makes the whole thing even crazier. She thought she was being cute, throwing shots at Spunky Diva, not knowing he had ammunition that would blow up her whole situation. It's a reminder that you never know what somebody knows about you. The streets are always watching, and in this case, they were taking pictures too. The anonymous source who sent those DMs deserves a shout-out for coming through with pristine receipts. The screenshots were clear, the timeline matched up, and she even had the block receipt ready to go. When you're gonna expose somebody, this is how you do it, with undeniable evidence. She protected herself by staying anonymous, but made sure the truth got out there. Let's talk about those DMs for a second because they're wild. The conversation shows Manish was really out here juggling multiple situations. When the girl said, "You can have me," he didn't shut it down. When she questioned if he really wanted her, he confirmed with, "I do. Absolutely." This is while he's with Yandy and allegedly involved with Tamar. The disrespect is on another level. What gets me is how Manish thought he could juggle all these situations without getting caught. Having a whole relationship with Yandy while allegedly messing with Tamar and DMing random girls talking about, "I want you absolutely?" That's not player behavior, that's just reckless and disrespectful. And now everybody's paying the price for his messiness. The medical aspect of this situation adds a whole other layer of seriousness. We're not just talking about hurt feelings and broken trust anymore. If these STI allegations are real, that's people's health and safety on the line. That's not something to play with or use as a weapon in an argument. It's also a huge violation of privacy to be putting somebody's medical business out there like that. Yandy's response through all of this has been completely understandable. Finding out your partner cheated is bad enough. Finding out it was with someone in your industry that you probably have to see at events? Worse, than having medical concerns added on top? I can't even imagine the anger and betrayal she must be feeling. The fact that she hasn't done anything crazy yet shows real restraint. The fact that Manish got caught because he created so much commotion, according to Spunky Diva, is telling. It wasn't some elaborate investigation that exposed him. He was just moving so sloppy that people couldn't help but notice. When you're trying to cheat but you're scared your partner will find out, maybe don't be so obvious about it. Spunky literally said somebody could end up, suggesting the situation was getting dangerous. This situation is also a reminder about the importance of getting tested and knowing your status. Whether the accusations are true or not, it's opened up conversations about sexual health that people need to be having. If nothing else comes from this mess, maybe it'll encourage people to be more responsible. Regular testing should be normalized, not weaponized. The way Tamar tried to downplay everything on the morning hustle was interesting to watch. She was really trying to sell that "I barely know him" story, but when you got multiple witnesses and receipts saying otherwise, it's hard to make that stick. Sometimes the best move is just to say nothing. Her whole energy on that interview was off, and people noticed. Looking at the bigger picture, this whole situation is about respect, or the lack of it. Manish didn't respect Yandy enough to be faithful. He didn't respect Tamar enough to keep her name out of his mouth when he got caught. And nobody respected themselves enough to handle this privately before it became a public spectacle. When respect goes out the window, chaos follows. The ripple effects of this are going to be felt for a while. Every time these people are at the same event, it's going to be awkward. Every new relationship they get into, this story is going to come up. The internet is forever, and this mess is now permanently part of their stories. Future partners are going to Google them and find all of this drama. What's wild is that we're probably only seeing part of what really went down. For every receipt that got posted, there's probably 10 more that didn't. For every accusation made public, there's probably private conversations we'll never know about. The full truth might be even messier than what we're seeing. Spunky Diva himself said he had more pictures that he hasn't even released yet. The industry response to this has been interesting too. A lot of people are staying quiet, not wanting to pick sides or get dragged into the mess. But behind closed doors, everybody's talking about it. This is the kind of drama that has people choosing sides at events and unfollowing each other on social media. At the end of the day, this whole situation is a cautionary tale about moving with integrity. When you're out here being messy, eventually it catches up with you. And in the age of social media, where everybody's got a camera and screenshots are forever, you really can't afford to be reckless. One night of fun can turn into a lifetime of regret. The question now is, where does everybody go from here? Can Yandy and Manice recover from this? Will Tamar's reputation bounce back? Is Spunky Diva done exposing people, or is there more tea to spill? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This drama changed the game for everyone involved. The trust is broken, the secrets are out, and there's no going back to how things were before. For real though, what do you think about this whole situation? Is Manice wrong for making those accusations after getting caught cheating? Should Tamar have just admitted to everything instead of trying to deny it? And what about Yandy? Should she stay and work it out, or is this unforgivable? Let me know what you think, because this story is far from over, and I have a feeling more receipts are about to drop.